Hello, Deeper Madness here, back for some more Pokemon cards. Now I've been asked a few times recently to get a trade binder video up, like an updated version ready for all of you to do some more TCBM trades and everything else. So here it is. I've now included with it some Team Plasma cards, and I've got a few new bits in the back as well, so stay tuned for that. Let's get started. Firstly, I think it's the only holographic I have from Next Destinies. That is a Luxray. I have from Dark Explorers a Klinklang and a Blissey. I quite like that Blissey card, it could be quite good as a support card. From Dragons Exalted I have a Gigalith, an Altaria. I also have not one, but two Crustle cards. These are actually really good. I don't know why more people don't pick them up. Maybe everybody's got them. It's a conspiracy. I also have a Garbodor and number 97 Hydreigon. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure I want to trade away this card just yet, but I've got it in my folder in case somebody actually does make me a decent offer for it. So if you've got one, you're really looking for this card, hit me up and let me know if you want it. I'll sort something out. On the next page, two Team Plasma holographics have just managed to sneak their way in. A Magnezone, that is the better one I think, this is the one with dual brains, and another Garbodor. Not bad cards though, must admit. Moving on to the rares, I've sort of separated these out, by the way, for those that didn't watch my last video. I have the holographics, then the rares, and then I have the uncommons, then commons of each section. It makes it a bit easier to follow, sort of, I hope. Anyway, I have 4 Bellossom, 2 Shaman there, 2 Lilligant, and a Camerupt. I think there's also a Camerupt on the following page. There is indeed, there he is. I have a blank space, I'm not sure why. A Jellicent, 2 of those. I have Keldeo, that is Keldeo number 48 I believe. A Grumpig, another Grumpig, a Toxicroak and a Mashana, 2 more Mashana. I should really have put those together, shouldn't I? Slow down a bit. A Swoobat. I have a White Curem. Again, this is another card that's quite hard to come by on its own, so if you really want one, let me know and we'll sort out something, decent trade. That's all from Boundaries Crossed, and then I'm sort of going backwards a bit here, because then I have is it Emerging Powers, I think that is? Yeah. Emerging Powers Scolipede. I have Jumpluff from Dragons Exalted. Also from Dragons Exalted I have a number 15 Roserade, in fact I have 2 of those, looking at it, and a Garchomp. And then 2 Seismitoad from Noble Victories, as well as a Cryogonal from that same set. From Team Plasma I have a Cherim, a Sharpedo, a Leopard, I think it's a Leopard, and a Galvantula remaining from Dark Explorers. Oh, excuse me, that's a terrible cough I've got there. Right, moving on to... which set was this? This is black and white base set. I have a Tepig, a Cubchoo and 2 Minchinko. That's all I've got from that set. I haven't really been collecting it because it's a bit hard to come by the older packs. I think they're nearly 2 years old now, some of them, I think. Just shows you, doesn't it? Where did that time go? Sorry about jittery cameras, the auto shake's off because it can't work on standard def. Anyway, Noble Victories again, we have a Crustle. It's a leaf version, not the fighting type from before. A Simisear, a Tirtuga, I can never pronounce that one. I then have an Emolga, a different Garbodor. That is an uncommon one, I believe. A Duosion, it must be an uncommon one, it's in the uncommon section. An Archon, I think that technically counts as a stage 1 Pokemon because you have to connect it with a Plume Fossil card, which I don't have a double of, unfortunately. I have some cover ones, but I'll show you that on the next page. 2 Ordino, and, just like I said, 2 cover fossils. I think you actually need these cards to bring out Tirtuga, but they actually help a system, as you can probably read on the card, so not the worst thing in the world. And I also have, for your pleasure, 3 Rocky Helmets. I'm sure you can find good use for them. I think actually that Sharpedo card, does that have rough skin? One of them has rough skin. It'd be a good card to team that with. Next we're moving on to the Noble Victories commons. We have a Petlil, a Dwebble, and a Fungus, a Panseer and a Larvesta. That is Larvesta number, is it 18 or 19? Number 19. There we go. A Blitzel, I love that card. A Tynamo, a Stunfisk, an electric one. I believe there's also another one in a different set that's a fighting type. You've got a Trubbish. Next page. Solosis, LGM, and a Litwick. I think there are actually two Litwicks in this set. There it is, there's the other Litwick, so I've got both of those there. I have a Timber, a Mienfu, and a Pawniard, both types, a Steel type and a Dark type. And an Axew. I love Axew, that card is adorable. I have a Cricket Tune. Is this the same set? Oh no, this is Emerging Powers, sorry. I have a Cricket Tune, Basculin, and Luxio. An Emolga, a Mien Shao, and a Scraggy. I think that's actually on the next page, is it? Nope, same page. Peculiar. That must be the uncommon version of it. And an Experience Share, a Sky Arrow Bridge, and that Shinx is on the next page, don't worry about that one. Not yet anyway. I have from Next Destiny's commons, a Seedot, a Fungus, and a Growlithe. Panseer and Darumaka, and a different Litwick. It's fire type, that one, not psychic. A Panpour, a Pikachu, because everybody loves Pikachu, and that Shinx from the page before. The other Shinx from the same set. I then have a Grimer and an LGM, a Riolu, a Bronzor, and a Meowth. I think this is the set that actually has the rare Meowth, but I might be wrong. Oh no, that's Noble Victories, isn't it? Never mind. Pidove. And I think that's it from that set. Yes, it is. Let's see. We have Next Destinies. We have an Ivysaur and a Crustle, a different type of Crustle. A Torkoal. Slowbro. A Piplup. A Prinplup, not Piplup. An Electric. A Yamask. A Girder. And a Crocorock. No shades. A Vullaby, a Clang. I have very few Clang cards, but I don't know why. I don't actually have any at all from Team Plasma. I'm starting to think there aren't any. I have to double check the checklist. And a Chatot. I then have a Dark Claw, a Dark Patch, an Enhanced Hammer, Hooligans Jim and Cass, N, and Old Amber Aerodactyl. And, just to carry on, Professor Juniper, which I think has actually since been done again as a full art card in one of the later sets. A Random Receiver, a Twist Mountain, and an Ultra Ball. Next page. These are the commons from from Dark Explorers. I have a Bulbasaur, a Dwebble, and a Carablast. Shelmet, to team those two up together, and both Torchic cards. They are adorable. Get yourself them while you still can. Both Larvesta cards from that set as well, and a Slowpoke. Piplup, Timpole, and Vanillite. I have plenty of Timpole cards, by the way, so if you want one, do me a favour, could do with a space. A Ducklet, Ploozle, and Minun. Both Joltik cards. Tynamo, and the other Tynamo. Woobat, Drillbur, Timber again, a Sandile, and a Scraggy. Zoroa. People really love Zoroa cards, so I can't imagine that one staying there too long. A Clink and a Pawniard. It's a Steel type one. Both Chansey cards. This actually teams up with the Blissey from the front of the folder, so if you're looking to evolve it, you need these first. Or another one perhaps, but I think these are the first ones to come out since Black and White. Got a Lillipup, and that's completes that set, I think. Actually, yeah, we're moving on to the uncommons from Dragons Exalted. We have a Skiploom and a Silcoon. We have a Roserade. We have a Maractus and a Celio. A Floatzel. Floatzel's actually a very, very good card for stage 1. Very quick, does a lot of damage very quickly. So if you've got a water type deck with a Blastoise or Keldeo, That'll make a good support card, or extra damage card I suppose. You've got Palpitoad and a Fluffy, a Boldor, both Throw and Sock. Sock. Let's call him Sock. There you go, you've got Sock and Tights. Skuntank, Lairon and Durant. Durant's not a bad card actually. Gabite, the other Gabite. Zweilous, I think I've only got that type of Zweilous though for trade. Vigoroth, Swablu, Bibarel and Ordino. That's the uncommon Swablu, by the way. There is a common version of this in this set, I believe. Giant Cape and Rescue Scarf. Nobody really plays Rescue Scarf. That's actually not too bad a card as far as I can work out. Maybe it's because it's such a rapid game these days. I then have a Hoppip, a Yanmar and a Wurmple. I have a Nincada, Roselia and a Fungus. Well, a lot of Fungus cards from the sound of things. I think it's my third one. Vulpix, Magmar and Magikarp. Go on, you've got to take a Magikarp home. Even if you've already got one, get another one. And the same goes for its counterpart, Feebas. Go on, take a Feebas as well. Spheal and Buizel. Another Timpole. Again, I've got a lot of these, so help me out, go on. Both Electrike, both Drifloon, a Trubbish, Gothita, Golett and Cubone, Nosepass, Boltoy and Roggenroller, Murkrow, Houndour and Stunky. Nearly done. An Aron, an Apom and a Slackoth. The other Swablu, this is the common version of it. A Bidoof, which I've been waiting ages to get for and then got 10 all at once. Minchinko and Rufflet. Moving on to Boundaries Crossed, we have a Gloom, a Heracross and a Servine. I then have a is that Petal on that same page? Actually it is. Huh. A Charmeleon, a Blank Space, a Darmanitan, a Wartortle and a Golduck. I then have an Azumarill or a Azumarill, a Delibird and a Dewott. Swano, which is actually again not a bad card for stage 1. Cryogonal, Electrode, Wobbuffet, still not doing the impression, Dusclops, Croagunk, a Munna, a Whirlipede and a Gothorita. A lot of people are actually picking up the Scolipede card from this set, by the way, because of the poison attack it's got. So might be worth picking up a few of those if you can get them. I have a Sandslash, a Mienfoo and a Mienshao. Are they on the same page? They are as well. How about that? A Mandibuzz, both Skarmory cards, a Clink, a Vibrava and a Raticate. Again, Raticate's another one that's been picked up a lot these days, so keep an eye out for that. If you're looking to deck build or boost, come see me. I have a Farfetch'd and a Snorlax, a Delcatty, Lopunny, Watchog and Herdia, and a Tranquil. I think, is that everything? Oh no, now moving on to the trainer cards. A Spurtier City Gym, Great Ball and a Hue card, a Rocky Helmet, a different Rocky Helmet, Skylar and a Town Map, and then, sorry, get a bit stiff standing here, Boundaries Crossed. I have an Oddish and a Tangela, a Scyther, Snivy or Snivy, I think it's Snivy because there's only a single V, Cottony, Charmander, Numel, Tepig and Darumaka again, a Squirtle, both Psyduck cards, Marill, Oshawott and Ducklet, Friddish, Pikachu and Voltorb, Electabuzz, Chinchou and Blitzel, another adorable Blitzel card, Spoink, Duskull and Croagunk, a different Croagunk, I think that's the common one, this is the common version versus the other one, a Woobat, Venipede and Gothorita or Gothita, Sandshrew, Gligar, and Makuhita, Trapinch, Fighting type Dwebble, and the common Mienfoo, Purloin, Vullaby, and Rattata, Meowth, Togepi, and Dunsparce, Tailo, Skitty, and Spinder, then Buneary, Patrat, and Lillipup. Nearly done. Pidove again, Energy Search, Pokeball, Potion, and Switch. It's strange that you should actually have some common trainer cards. A lot of them are actually uncommon in the sets. And moving on to Plasma Storm. These are all new, by the way. I don't think they're actually in the last video because Plasma Storm didn't actually exist at that point. So we have Amoonguss, a blank space. Monferno, Simisear, Heatmore, Piloswine, Lombre, Vanillish, and Rotom. Then Galvantula, Coughing and Curlier, LGM, Solrock and Girder, both types of Durant card if you're looking for them, a Togetic or Togetic, Togetic, let's go with Togetic. Apologies for all the pronunciations, by the way. I haven't watched the anime to confirm any of them. Not that the anime is accurate anyway. Loudred, a Team Plasma Watchog. I believe that's on the next page. It is. That is the last of those. Moving on to the last set of common cards, we have a Turtwig and a Combi, a Cherubi, Fungus again, Chimchar and Pansear, Fire-type Litwick, a Squirtle and a Swinub, a Lotad, a Carvana and a Vanillite, a Cubchoo, both Magnemites. I have quite a few of those Magnemite. I remember posting, I bought like 7 packets and got 5 between all of them. I then have a Joltik, a Zubat and the other Coughing from the set, a Routes and an LGM, Riolu and Riolu again, so both types of Riolu card there, as you can see. A Phanpy, which I actually quite like. Timber, both Purloin cards from the set. Clink, like I said, I've got lots of Clink and no Clank. I have, straighten up, Togepi, Doduo, Clefairy. That actually used to be a rare card, like a holographic rare card, and that's been reduced to a common card. How sad is that? Whismur and Skitty, Patrat, and Rufflet, and that's all of the Team Plasma cards. Or is it? Now, you may have noticed until now, I've been holding off from a lot of the EX cards. There's a reason for that. I only really want to trade EX for EX, which is, I'm not going to say anything against it. You may notice, by the way, that that's just a thing for the card sleeve. The reason why is because I intend to use these perhaps for future decks, but because I don't play it competitively a lot, I haven't really decided on that yet. So if you want to make an offer for them, feel free to. Those are the 3 that I've got, all from Plasma Storm. But it'll have to be a good offer to really prize them away from me. So if you need them, they're there. But you have to do something to really convince me, because until that happens, I'm going to hold on to them for now. But, I'm not completely, just... we'll see. Those are the only 3, like I said, that I've got, because I've actually traded away the others to complete my set. So, but Cobalion especially, I really want to hold on to Cobalion. But Victini and Moltres, they might be a bit easier to trade away. I'll see. I'm really looking to complete decks, so if you've got any, let me know, and I'll see you around again. Bye guys.